Welcome back to Extra Time Football. And this morning we will be discussing Germany versus Curacao. And let me just start by saying, what a hammering. Germany really didn't take their foot off their gas. 7 goals, 7-1. What a performance by them. One thing I will always say and respect about Germany is, no matter what, no matter how, I guess you could say, lower quality their opponent is, they will keep going and going and going and keep racking up those goals. And in a way, to me, that's the most respectful thing you could do to your opponent is keep playing with the same intensity, same consistency. That is one thing that they did this game, and normally one thing that they do against teams like this, or other nations or other teams, whenever they get two, three, they know it's a lesser quality. They tend to bring their style of play down to not keep going, and they'll keep it at that. Germany does not do that. Germany keeps going, and Germany will rack up the goals. No, as they should. Again, as I mentioned, that is the best way to respect your opponent, and that's the best way to keep playing the game. And as we're seeing now in these groups, a lot of other teams have taken their foot off their gas already, where they could have scored way more goals and assured a better place in their group, and they just let off. Whereas Germany, they're assuring themselves that they would and should be top of this group. It is going to be difficult. They still have Ecuador and uh, Ivory Coast to play, and those are going to be tougher games for sure. But what a way to start this group by starting off with a 7-1 hammering of Curacao. But let me just say for Curacao, what those first couple minutes, they were keeping a little bit toe to toe with Germany. That first goal came in for Germany. They didn't let off. They kept pursuing. They got their goal in. At one point, this game was 1-1, and you could tell how much this meant to the Curacao fans, people from that nation. First participation in the World Cup, first World Cup goal as well, and they were celebrating. It just reminded you of Panama versus England back in 2018, where even though they were losing 6-0 at the time, I believe it was 6-0 when they got their first goal in, and the game ended 6-1. But the Panamanians, they celebrated that goal because you know how much it meant to them. Same with the Curacao fans. And one thing I'll give respect to them too is no matter what the scoreline was, every time the camera kept cutting to them, they kept cheering and cheering on, uh, with full of joy and just happiness that their team is in the World Cup, that their team made it. Such a small island that was able to make it and perform and score against a nation like Germany in the World Cup. Not everybody can say something like that, but Curacao has that ability to them right now that they did get a goal on Germany in this World Cup. Now to the specifics of the game. 7 goals, 6 different goal scores. I believe Kai Havertz got the brace right there at the end. His goal, second goal, was a great goal. Penalty wise, the first one, I don't believe he's the one that should have taken it. And up until that point, he just was disconnected from the game. You could tell he just wasn't in it. I would have given it to somebody else who was more deserving of getting that goal. But hey, he's the one that took care of it. He slotted in the back of the net, and that probably more than likely woke him up as his performance did start playing. So maybe that's why they gave it to him, just to get him more involved into the game. But me personally, I would have said somebody else more deserving of it should have taken it. His second goal was a stunning goal. A nice little chip over the keeper, and to seal that 7-1 at the end. Every single goal scorer of this game got their goal, and it was a good goal to celebrate. The first one, I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. I do apologize, but the first goal was also stunning. First touch, finesse shot outside right there to the keeper's left. Nothing he could do about it. Great way to open the score sheet right there. And overall, it was just a dominant performance by Germany. One thing I'm not a fan of with Germany is same as with Mexico taking Ochoa to the World Cup. I don't believe Germany should still keep taking Neuer. In this game, Neuer obviously wasn't a bad factor to them, nor was there anything he could really do with that goal, as it did come off as a deflection. But I do believe it's time to start giving that spot to younger, more deserving talent now. Now, I don't want to seem disrespectful to Neuer, as I know that he is one of the all-time greatest keepers of worldwide. But there's just some things with him that come with him that I don't like. I know he has that sweeper keeper ability where he will be playing in midfield at times, as he did today. He came out for a really long ball. Obviously, the style of play from the opponent allows him to do so. But you want more security in the back. And after what I saw at club level, especially in that game against Real Madrid, and at other times throughout the season, there are goals that he's gonna give up that you're just like, wow, like man, somebody of your status, with how much of a veteran you are, should not be giving up these goals. And I feel like that might cost them when they play some more tougher, more serious opposition. But overall, can't really complain about that. 7-1. What else can you really say? Germany did what they were supposed to do, and they hammered the side that they were supposed to. They are sitting top of the group right now, and there's not much more complaints. But I hope to catch you on the next post game analysis. The next one will be between the Netherlands and Japan. That should be a good game, in my opinions. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you did like this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one.